Hey everyone, this is Phil, and today I'm here to show you the GuHong V4. Okay, this is a GuHong V4. I almost picked up this one because they look the same from far away. But this is the GuHong V4. It's the newest of the GuHong series, and I'm really excited to show you today. I'm sure a lot of you guys who haven't tried this cube are wondering about a few things. Namely, is this better than economy cubes that already exist today, like the RS3M 2020 and the GEMS? 2, is this a GuHong V3 but just a little bit bigger? And 3, what's really the purpose of this cube? In this video, we'll go over these answers and more. So let's check out this cube. And here is the GuHong V4 box. It's got a different theme to it. This is the GuHong V3 box for comparison. So this box is longer, so maybe it means we have more accessories. And here's the cube. I actually did the unboxing already because I get really excited about these cubes, but this should approximate what the unboxing experience is roughly like. And here we have an accessories pack. Let's take a look. We have a screwdriver. This is the DaYan pouch. That's pretty cool. And we have a manual. It looks like a tutorial. This one teaches layer by layer. And there's some F2L here. Very interesting. Here's the cube. And it has a shiny silver logo, which is different. This is the logo of the V3 in comparison. And it feels very light because it is light. Yeah, this cube actually is really light. And the layers turn very quickly. So it doesn't take much effort to start a turn. And once you get going, it just moves really fast. Let's try the corner cutting. So the small cuts are really easy. The big cuts are also quite easy. The reverse is actually quite good. I know one of the issues with the V3 was the reverse was kind of challenging to do at ambitious angles, but this seems good. So after playing with this puzzle out of the box, I kind of come to the conclusion that the cube is naturally a little too fast and the magnets are a little weak, and these combinations of issues cause me to overturn a lot on the puzzle. So if I'm not on point with my turning, I can overshoot, and then it forces me to cut corners at kind of awkward angles, which is something that I definitely want to fix. So we're going to perhaps open this cube up, throw some lube in, and we'll see how it goes. We'll see if it improves the cube. Okay, so let's actually take this cube apart and take a look at what we have. I kind of like how this magnet is visible here, and I think that just shows how thin the plastic is, which is probably the reason they were able to get this so light. I took apart an edge to show you guys just how thin this plastic is. Just keep in mind that the plastic is a little pliable, so I might not get a really hyper accurate measurement, but 0.6 seems like pretty comfortable. This plastic is extremely thin, and I think this is one of the reasons why this puzzle is so light. So let's open the center cap. Good old-fashioned screw. No dual adjustment, no nothing. I kind of like this design, I respect it a lot because it's so simple. And of course, they're nice enough to give you a screwdriver, so that's all taken care of. All right, so I have both edges in my hand. This is the V4, and on the left we have the V3. You'll notice that the V4 has this faint track over here where the tip of the screwdriver is, and it's not there in the V3. And this also corresponds in the corner. Again, V4 on the right, V3 on the left. V4 has a very apparent corner-based track over here, and the V3 is a lot simpler in design. And I think the presence of this track should help with stability, and hopefully that can translate into real-world benefits like getting better times and having a better cubing experience. Okay, so the problem we're trying to solve is this cube overturns and it's a little fast. And so I think the best way to address this is to use angstrom lube, which is really good for control. And I borrowed this from the pro shop. Now don't laugh, but this is, I think what it is 2 Volk boxes taped together, and it contains giant tubs of angstrom lube because they're just so smart. So let's take it apart and lube the track with gravitas. Okay, and little by little so that we don't overdo it. Let's try to break that in. It's feeling better already. So let's continue to lube the track, because I think it's going in a very positive direction here. All right, it is getting broken in. So now let's apply some here. Let's finish up with this. It'll make it really smooth. Just a quick note, I added 2 drops of compound 10 to this puzzle before switching up the camera angle. So this is Angstrom Gravitas, Dignitas, a little DNM, and a little compound 10. And the problem has mostly been addressed. So yes, I am extremely glad that DaYan made this cube because it fulfills a particular niche. So the DaYan V1 and the DaYan V2 were both very soft, kind of quiet cubes that were flexible and soft and plush in texture. This cube is very rigid and very firm, and it's a lot more blocky, and it makes this cube very unique. I was certainly pretty satisfied with my performance. I had a lot of 8s, which only comes when I'm either in the zone and or I'm using a cube that I really like. And yeah, my results kind of indicate to me that I like this cube. I think this is what I can consider a good mid-range cube. It's definitely not budget because I know for a fact there are under $10 cubes that perform really well, like the RS3M and the GE-MS. And this is not a flagship either because I don't think the price commands it. It's very simple design, and I think it fulfills a very simple purpose. The purpose of this cube seems really obvious. It's rigid and it's fast and it's light. And I think it fills a really good space in the market for people who like a light cube that don't want to buy a GAN 11. Okay, so now we are going to answer the 3 big questions that people are wondering about. Question 1 is this better than the RS3M 2020/GE-MS? Question 2 is this just a GuHong V4 but big? And question 3, what's the purpose of this cube for cubers? To answer question 1, I don't think the performance of this puzzle is categorically better than the RS3 2020 or the GE-MS. I think they're all different cubes. The RS3M is a smooth and slightly heavy, premium feeling economy cube. GE-MS is a fast and clicky economy cube. And this is a really light and rigid, somewhat economy cube. So using only a few words, I can very easily differentiate these puzzles, which is great because I think people who appreciate lightweight will more likely like this over the RS3M. And if you don't mind the weight, then you might be better off going for the cheaper option. To answer the question, is this just a slightly enlarged GuHong V4? Definitely not. The more conventional size plays a really big role, and of course they did mechanism updates because it would be silly not to. And question 3, what's the point of this cube? I think it's for people who really prioritize a lightweight cube. In the long training session, this will definitely help reduce the stress on your hands. So overall, DaYan GuHong V4, I think it's a pretty good cube. Definitely recommend using thicker, heavier lube to slow it down. It largely resolves any overturning issues, and I think this is going to be a good one for a lot of people who are interested in what it's about.